Hey guys, what's going on? It's your boy, the Mad Cardigan. Up here today, what I thought I'd do um, is actually, I've been doing YouTube for a good nearly 7, coming on 8 years now. So what I thought I'd do today is sort of do like a little um, retrospective of my journey through, YouTube and, really where we're at and how it all began. Um, you know, it all started about 7 years ago, Um, back when I was living at home, I probably spent most of my nights, late nights, just watching YouTube. It was just my room, laptop, and that was it really. I had spent a lot of time watching gameplay videos, especially like PewDiePie, Nova, Dashi, and I had a great time doing that. I was really gaming orientated back in the day. That was my whole life, was just games. um, and then obviously I started to delve into the whole idea of game collecting. And obviously collecting games and collecting things was something that I had started doing well before I started doing videos. And, I mulled around the idea of actually doing videos for it. Which brings me to my first ever video. I don't really count the little bird video I did. Um, was actually the introduction video that I did, and I look back at that video, and even at my older videos, the voice and the talking, I was a lot more quieter. I'll be honest, I was nervous because when you do videos on YouTube, you don't really know what's going to happen, really. Um, because you're putting yourself out there, really, because you're uploading a video, and anyone can see it, really. One person could watch it, or 1 million people could watch it, you know what I mean? And you have that pressure on you. You just don't know what's gonna be. And that, and it all started with the game collecting videos and the recent pickups, and I had a great time doing that. But when I was living at home, I didn't have all of the responsibilities that I have now. Life was different back then. It was a lot simpler. I go into town and I come home with bags of games and DVDs and Blu-rays on and whatnot. And it was a simpler time. And I really had a good time doing that. My first year on YouTube was I didn't have the any sort of um um arrangements and responsibilities and engagements, if you will, to really look into and I could dedicate as much time as I want into YouTube. And then obviously, as things started to move along, we moved into the realm of trying to get add variety. Because for me, I've always been doing that with YouTube back in the day. Was just trying to do variety. Pickups videos and were great. And they always say work with what you've got. You can make videos of what you've got. And obviously, I made a lot of these update videos, collection videos, but also I mold around the idea of trying to add in variety to the channel, and doing things like top lists and underrated hidden gems videos, because for me, I did videos based on sort of the videos I was watching. I know some people might think, oh, you're just copying other people, but there's copying other people, and then there's using what other people have done and doing your own version of that. I mean, how many people on YouTube play the same game all the time? But sometimes you don't care about that. You might watch. I could watch Dashi play Resident Evil, and then I could watch Nova play it. Why? Because you're seeing different perspectives and different alternatives to it. And I like to call that sort of my golden era, where it's just me on my own, and I obviously try to bring in a bit of variety. And then I moved on to what I like to call the sort of era where I try to bring in new content and doing things outside of what I would normally have done, non-gaming related stuff and collecting related stuff. I started to bring in the ideas of, you know, ASMR videos, and that. And I got a lot of love on those ASMR videos. I look back even today, those ASMR videos are still getting a good amount of views. You know, if 9 times out of 10, they're still getting watches, especially like the ASMR Argos catalog and things like that. Um, Again, it was different, and then I moved into the realm of trying to get other people involved in videos. So I started doing like the eating videos and the unboxing videos with other people, with either my partner or my brother, you know, and stuff like that. And it was a good time, you know. And then obviously we moved on to the sort of like the vlogs and things, the holiday vlogs. I had so much fun doing like the holiday vlogs and things like that. And then obviously the moving in with my partner was a big change in my life because, um, you know, I look back at that and I think to myself, it's just amazing just how fast things changed. And you know, it was a big change. Obviously about a year later, when my son came into our life, that's sort of when things started to take a big change in YouTube. But I was still uploading and things like that, and I started to delve into the idea of gameplay videos. And you know, I had my Elgato on my laptop, and doing the gameplay videos was fun, you know, because but it was a bit of a nightmare because I had two ways of that I did gameplay videos. One was with the Elgato on the laptop. The problem I had with that is it was a bit annoying because it wouldn't always upload properly. You'd have file problems, you'd have audio issues, and it was just such a mess because I didn't really know what I was doing a lot of the time. And then I started doing the streaming. So again, this was a kind of a stupid way of doing it, but you would stream on Twitch, download the video and export it to YouTube. And so that's what I would do is I would, because obviously using the Xbox One and the PS4, more so the Xbox One back in the day was you could just stream directly to Twitch from your Xbox and then upload that video to YouTube afterwards. And it was easier than doing individual gameplay videos. And I had fun doing the gameplay videos, but the problem I had with the gameplay videos it sort of felt more like a chore to play games back then. You know, that's why I don't do gameplay videos anymore, because I sort of felt like, you know, I had to spend about 20 minutes trying to set everything up, and then if I was streaming I'd have to wait around. And you know, again, it was a fun time because you know, we used to stay up quite late, and I could stay up and play games from like 7 o'clock till like 10 o'clock, and you know, it weren't a great time for me in terms of sleeping and that because I was up so late in the afternoon, and it caused a lot of issues. But that sort of time of YouTube was great for me because that's sort of when I really dedicated so much time to YouTube and had the ideas of, you know, trying to do all of the thumbnails, and I was looking at trying to do editing and things like that. And it was a big time restraint, and it did cause a few issues in between me and my partner because it obviously when you got a kid, you know, especially with my son who's a lot more harder than a lot of kids, unfortunately, with when you've got someone who's got learning difficulties and issues, you know, it really took a lot of strain on things. But I was motivated to do YouTube. You know, I really wanted to make it work and work onto it. And then we sort of went through this period of, you know, uploading if and when kind of thing. And it brings me to, you know, the point when my daughter was, we found out about my daughter, it really changed the life because I made some tough decisions and getting rid of the game collection and a majority of the collection. In fact, this is all I've really got left now. I don't know how well you can see that. We've actually been going through those bookcases and trying to get rid of a few things, which I'll explain in a little while why we're doing that. But you know, it was really tough for me because even now, you know, I look back at it and I think to myself, was it the right decision? I've already done a video why I don't regret selling my game collection, because I don't regret it. Now, you know, with me now, it's just TV in the evening. You know, I'm in bed by 10:30. You know, my daughter's in bed by 6. My son's in bed by 7. And then, you know, we have a couple of hours to really just chill, and then it's time for bed. You know, because we're up at 6 o'clock, sometimes 5 o'clock in the morning. You know, when you got two kids, it's so hard to really sort of manage doing videos and playing games. And now, you know, I was just playing Biomutant while I was alone, and I know that I probably could have gotten about an hour's more gameplay in, and I just didn't want to continue playing. It's not because I don't like the game, it was just because I just wanted to stop. I'm just so active all the time now, you know, up at 6 o'clock, you know, after we've done all of the morning routine. Normally I'm out with my daughter, I take her out, and then, you know, when my partner goes to work and things, which brings me to like my point now. I don't really gonna want to go into too much details, but I don't really know what's happening with the relationship right now. You know, me and my partner, we had a sit down and we've talked about a few things, and we've just been in this rut for the last few years. In a way, you know, having kids can sometimes bring people closer together, but on the other end of the spectrum, it can actually push people further away. And I don't think a lot of people really get this. You know, I always hear this, "Oh, stay together for the kids" situation. But the problem is with that is we don't have a lot of support. You know, it's awkward because when my family live in Reading and my partner's family is all up here, and um it's just awkward because you just don't get a lot of time, and then you've got school runs and you've got school and all these issues my son's been having back and forth, issues with this house. We've just had nothing but things happening, and we've sort of, you know, my partner's got a holiday at the end of the month in September. I'm going away to my dad's in a couple. I think it'll be next week. Yeah, next week. Um, and we've sort of sat down and we've said, look, we need to figure out what's going on. When she comes back from this holiday at the beginning of October, we're making a decision on whether or not we don't want to say we're going to split up. We just don't know what's happening, whether or not it's wise to continue living together, or we move out. I'm go back to my dad, go our separate ways for a while, and we've got a lot of inner issues that we're trying to work on. And you know, this is why another reason why we've been going through everything, getting everything put away and sorting out. Like I said, the problem is now is I don't really feel the need to buy games and buy DVDs, because you know, you've got so many digital streaming services and content, digital games and stuff. And again, I don't want to use this argument physical versus digital. I like to try and find a good balance between both of them. But for me personally, if I've got like 20 quid, and I go out, I could spend £20 to get, you know, 10 DVDs or something or whatever, or two or three games, or I could just go on and pay for, you know, a subscription with hundreds and thousands of shows and TV or PlayStation Plus or something like that. You know what I mean? Um, and that brings me to like what's going to happen moving forward with YouTube. Like, um, it could go either way, you know. I mean, if I move back in with my dad, obviously I don't know like how often I'll be able to upload, because obviously I'll have more. I'm gonna have to sort a lot of things out, you know. There's a lot of things that would need to be sorted out. Um, a lot of things, it's just, it's not an easy subject to talk about, but I kind of want to put this out there to sort of let you guys know that that's another reason why I've not been uploading as much as I have been. And when I do try to make ideas videos, a lot of the time I want to do them, but it's like finding that time. Like today, I'm on my own for a few hours, but my partner could be back soon, and things, and you just don't know what's going to happen moving forward. You could, like I said, come October, I've sort of got this pros and cons, that we've looked at it and we go, right, well, there's a lot of pros that could benefit from us not either living together anymore or moving out or splitting up or whatever you want to call it. But there's also some cons, of course. A lot of people say, well, it could be quite damaging to your kids. But on the other hand, if you live in a life together and obviously you're not giving each other the best of it and the relationship's not working, that time apart can give you focus on the kids, where you've only got that one focus of, okay, I'm at my dad's, when I do decide to come up and see the kids or they come down to see me or whatever, I don't have that issue, those worries anymore of what's going on in the house. I've got my issues to deal with down that end, she's got her issues to deal with up this end. But then when we got the kids with us, we just put those issues to the side and we just focus on the kids, but it brings me to the point of YouTube. I look back at YouTube and I think, I've had a great time doing it. And I just think now, I kind of want to do this video to sort of say, look, I'm probably going to sort of put a little bit of a hiatus on trying to upload videos. I've still got a few videos that I do want to do. I've got that British comedy one that I want to do, and I want to do the I might do a review of Biomutant, but I think what I'm going to try and do is just, we're going to try and put some focus on things. When I go down to my dad's, I might do a video, like a vlog or something, sort of things. I'll try and upload, every couple of weeks, just with an update of what's been going on. But I want to put this out there to let you guys know that I don't know whether or not I'm going to continue doing things on YouTube. I'm not saying I'm giving up YouTube by any means. That's not what I'm saying here. I'm just saying that for now, I think I need to put YouTube to the side, and really figure out what's going on. It's horrible to think, we're coming into September, in about 3-4 weeks time. We don't know what's going to happen. I don't know, kind of doing this video, maybe if you guys have been through a similar thing, it would be quite useful for you guys to share your thoughts on this. Have you ever been through a similar thing, where you've had kids and you've been with your partner, but you've got a lot of issues and you just don't know whether or not it was easier to split up or stay together or what. I'm sure I'm not the only person who's been through this or going through this, and I suppose if you are going through this could be a good opportunity for you to sort of know that there is someone else out there going through it. And it's such a horrible thing to really say, really. But I just wanted to give a big thank you to all of the subscribers that have been there, all the people that comment. It really does make my day seeing, good comments and good, communication. So I guess this video is going to be sort of like a big update. Like, I'm just going to put that out there. Look, big update. Could my YouTube be coming to an end? Not too sure what's going on, really. So yeah, I don't know. I feel a bit shaky, a bit cold now. It is a bit colder today. I don't know. I'm just hoping I'm not coming down with anything. So anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope you guys can appreciate what I'm trying to do here. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to leave a like and comment below. Let me know if you've gone through something similar. Let me know if you've been with me the whole journey. Like I said, I'm not stopping YouTube by any means necessarily. I'm just saying for now, I need to take a bit of a step back and, you know, just focus on getting things sorted out, and then, you know, I will keep you guys updated along the way. But whatever happens means that, you know, changes are coming. So anyway, guys, as always, subscribe if you haven't already, and join the family. Take care. Bye bye.